What's up, everybody? Welcome to Nirvana's Nest. I hope you are having an amazing, beautiful day. This video is going to be about the narrow path when following Christ. And I haven't heard that phrase as much as ever within like the last month or so. Like, I've heard it so much. This just basically talks about how also, this is Matthew 7, verses 13 and 14. Basically, this is saying that the way to enter God's kingdom is narrow. It's very narrow. It's difficult, but it's worth it. And the highway to hell is very broad. Like, that door is wide open, whereas the path to get to God's kingdom is narrow. And a lot of people, they are not strong enough to or knowledgeable enough to stay on that narrow. They don't understand the importance of staying on a narrow path. And I was watching a movie earlier, and this man in the movie said God puts obstacles in our paths so we don't go around feeling like saints. Like, bruh, when people are in this world and full of ego, full of pride, we are big-headed, like so big-headed and just conceited. I can say that, like, for myself, like, even not even that, because I'm a humble person, but you still like tend to, well, I don't think I was really that. But in times, like, if somebody made a mistake that I probably didn't make, I, would say something like it was a problem or something. And none of us are perfect, so it's not for me to judge. So that really stuck out to me, and that's why I wrote that down at that perfect time, I guess. I'm also going to put a quote. I'm going to find it, actually, so I can say it. The quote is, "People who are obsessed with Jesus aren't consumed with their personal safety and comfort above all else. Obsessed people care more about God's kingdom coming to this earth than their own lives being shielded from pain or distress." When you are walking the narrow path to follow Christ and be a servant to Christ, it's not easy, and people are going to judge you for every little thing that you're doing, but they don't know the work that God is doing in you. They don't know what the calling that God has on your life. They don't know what God is telling you to do. So that's all going to be, thrown at you, and it's not going to be easy, but it's worth it. And I have some other scriptures that I'm going to put that kind of relate to this message in the description box. But there's also another scripture, Matthew 8, verse 20, about the cost of following Jesus. But Jesus replied, "Foxes have dens to live in, and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to even lay his head." And I'm just going to get a little personal, because since I gave birth to my son, just living has been very rocky. The way I made the decision to keep my son and not get an abortion with everything that I had going on at that time was God. It was confirmation from God. Clear confirmation. And I guess that was me accepting God into my life unknowingly. I still wasn't on the narrow path, but I guess it opened me up to spirituality. Yeah. I've heard it's like motherhood is the true spiritual journey, and yes, child, yes. What I wanted to say was, ever since I had my son, he was born May of 2020, it's just, I've been in like, I don't know, 10 different homes or more, just like moving back and forth, different places, and it's just been exhausting and overwhelming. And when you become a parent, you already know it's going to be hard, it's going to be a challenge, but you, for the most part, like what you have planned in your head that you want to, bring your child into, It is definitely not going to happen that way. It's definitely not going to happen that way. And I'm just happy that I saw this scripture, because it just let me know that I'm doing the right thing. Like, it's hard right now, but the blessings, when they do come, is going to be very big. So I'm going to stay on my narrow path, even though it's not the easiest, and bouncing around is not fun, especially with a toddler now. But it's my truth. Just the way that society is collapsing right now, inflation is high, and let me just tell y'all, it's a lot about to go down in this world, period. And a lot of it has to do with God. I just know I'm not the only mom out here struggling, so I'm grateful for what I do have. I'm grateful that we have places that we can lay our heads. I'm grateful that we have food to eat and water to drink. I'm grateful. Okay, I'm grateful that God wakes me up each morning, and my baby. Okay, and yeah, like the rest we gonna figure out, and God will provide. So just gonna stay on the narrow path. But that just gave me a lot of just hope and encouragement for myself. So I hope that this touches someone, whether you're a mom, whether you're a dad, whether you're doesn't matter, individual. I just hope that this touches your spirit, and you just know that what you feel in your spirit is not wrong. Please follow your spirit and continue to, if you don't have a prayer life, I would suggest and encourage that you do start to pray. And if you are not into reading the word, trust me, I didn't used to read the Bible at all. Okay, I didn't. I'm not gonna tell you how old I am, but yeah, I'm in my 20s and I'm a mom, and I didn't like to read the Bible at all, and now I touch it every day, and I may read it all day, every day. And if I see, God will speak through me through time, and I used to take it as angel numbers, but now I will take it as a scripture. And if I see a number over and over, and then God will give me a book in the Bible, I'm going to that, and yeah, I get a message in it. So I don't know, I just hope this message helps someone, and I pray that you have a beautiful day. I love you, and if you feel so called to, please go ahead and like, share, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you next time on Nyrvana's Nest. Bye.